Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Pre-market report and people we have to talk. I want to bring something to your attention, and I really want you to focus on this. It's very important. Remember this. No matter what they throw at us, we're going to get through it together, no doubt about it. With that said, again, this is in your inbox right now. If you subscribe to my newsletter, it's 100% free. Link in the description of this video. I'm going to read this to you, and I want you to focus on what I am saying here. I'm not even going to interrupt myself as I read through this. I just want to read it, and then we'll talk about it. So here we go. Lions. As we all know, President-elect Trump is planning on adding cryptocurrencies to the U.S. strategic reserves as to fulfill his promise as to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. Myself, and I would assume those of you out here who are also crypto investors, view this as a positive thing for the crypto space. No doubt about it. With that, the current United States gold reserves value sits at around $650 billion. Just to put that into perspective, the entire U.S. gold reserve value has roughly the same value / market capitalization of Walmart. Ask yourself, how is this even possible? How is this even allowed? Why isn't anyone talking about adding gold to the U.S. strategic reserves? I personally believe that the U.S. gold reserves should be vastly expanded. Moreover, and if I were president, I would make my case to the American people that not only should we greatly add to our gold reserves, but also silver on a massive scale. Currently, we are being pushed into some kind of tokenized / blockchain-based world currency system. Clearly, the writing is on the wall. All the groundwork is being put into place, especially as of late. The plain truth is this. We need a return to a constitutional money system. We do not need to be made the crypto capital of the world. The only reason for making the United States the crypto capital would be, of course, as a pathway to a tokenized / blockchain system, a bridge. Does this make sense to you? Now, just let's back up for a moment here. Does it hit you the wrong way at all that the entire gold reserves here of the United States is $650 billion? Again, about the same value as Walmart. This is insane. It's insanity on a grand scale. What do we know? What are central banks doing right here and right now? They're adding to their gold reserves at the fastest pace in history. Meanwhile, nations around the world, including the United States, $650 billion worth of gold reserves? Something is very, very wrong here. Now, with regard to adding cryptocurrency to the U.S. strategic reserves, as a crypto investor, this could not make me happier. And you have seen what's going on here in the crypto space. It's taking off, and we are not done. With regard to the stock market, look, let me just say this again. I covered yesterday a specific question that I got from a lot of people. Hey, Greg, you know what? I feel like I missed out on the crypto rally. Greg, I feel like I missed out on the stock market rally. In my opinion, this is just getting started. During the campaign, I want you to focus on certain things that were promised. A couple of things and why they were promised. During the campaign, Trump made a very big promise, and that was, he said, and this is a quote. If you don't believe this is a quote, look it up for yourself. Trump said, I am going to bring rates way down. What does that mean? How does that work? To bring rates way down, it also means destroy the purchasing power of the currency. When are you people going to start to wake up? You can't separate these two things. The rate of interest dictates what the purchasing power of the currency is. All of my financial guys out here, you know exactly what I'm talking about here, but most people have no clue about what's going to happen. So let's just stick to the stock market real quick. Let me show you a couple of things. This is a headline from yesterday with CNBC. Trump is the most pro-stock market president in history. This is the front page of Market Watch. Do you notice in this picture two figures? Okay. S&P 500 eclipses 6,000 and Dow passes 44,000. Why stocks could keep climbing? Who's being look at this, man. They're working in concert just like they were last time. And any talk to the contrary, which is exactly what we heard last time, is a deception. People, there is a war. There is a war going on right now. All warfare is based on deception. You don't believe that either? Look that up for yourself. The war is against you. You are being propagandized. You're being lied to, just like you have been, well, I guess for as far back as you want to go. The mechanism here is too easy. That presents a problem, which we're going to talk about in a moment here. But anyway, look, with regard to this, if you guys and girls really feel like Trump is your man, all right, and you want to tweet to him or go on whatever social network, ask him why he's not talking about adding gold to the U.S. strategic reserves and instead wants to make the United States the cryptocurrency capital of the world. Obviously, if you don't see what's happening here, you're blind, deaf, and probably dumb as well. This is a bridge to a tokenized system. Is that tokenized system going to happen under Trump? I don't know that. It could be the guy after him, but we're being set up here. We need a return to constitutional money. Otherwise, we lose across the board. You understand? I really hope you guys and girls are getting it. I really, really do. Now, let's talk. On the economic front, I want to touch on this first here. Let's start off with this. This is a headline from yesterday. Credit card debt among retirees is skyrocketing. Imagine our shock. The entire mechanism, everything, and where we're going here is designed to do one thing, to create dependency on the system. Sound familiar to you? Absolutely. That's why, again, man, look around the world. Look at the world economy today. Again, for those of you that cannot break out of your United States little boxes that you've been put into, we are just a part of a much larger economic and financial picture. You understand what I'm saying here? Now, the world today, the world economy today is being dismantled piece by piece by piece. Who's responsible for monetary policy, for the financial markets, for the financial systems? Is it presidents, kings, queens, dictators, or monarchs? Or is it presidents working with central bankers? This is what's happening here. Okay, here's a nice rendition of what's going on. This is what happened during the last tenure. Okay, these two doing all they could. Again, you were sold a lie. We were going to pay off the debt in 2 years. Tariffs are going to work. We're going to get rid of the Federal Reserve. This was a big rumor going around then. It's going around now too. This is a deception, warfare, all based on deception. You are the target of this deception. I really want you to understand that. Okay, now again, it's pretty obvious, man. I'm a crypto guy. 30% of you, from what I understand, are also cryptocurrency people. More of you seem to want to get on board with what's happening right now. Okay, it's all beautiful that Trump wants to add these to the strategic reserves, but no talk about gold. Why? Question that. Always ask why. Now, understanding that the world economy is coming apart and everyone is suffering, from retirees to a newborn baby today is born a debt slave. Think about that. Before they even utter a word or can say mommy or daddy, they already owe about $150,000 to the national debt. And that debt is going to go up and up and up. For any of you out here who are under some kind of a twisted delusion that we're going to see debts and deficits shrink anywhere around the world, You don't understand the mechanism here. You've been propagandized to the highest order, and you maybe can't break out of it. It's a very unfortunate thing. Now, with regard to this market, people, look, we have a big problem with regard to that. And that's this. That's this. It has not stopped the euphoria right now in the market on the back of the Wall Street pump, this record Wall Street pump, the banks taking off. The banks, you know, the ones that are the enemy here. Who wants to support those institutions by rolling back regulations so you're forced to bail it out? That's all this is. We're being set up for the bailout of a lifetime. You think or a bail-in. You think last time was a big deal? Times that by 10. That's kind of maybe you're in the ballpark as to where we are going here. The rich are benefiting from this more so. Again, eat the rich, we hate the rich, blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. Look up Stockholm Syndrome. You're all supporting it. We all are. Wealth is always being pushed up to the 1 and 2 percenters. You know that. There's no such thing as trickle down. No, you still believe that's going to work? Doesn't work, man. It's too stupid. It's too stupid to be stupid. Anyway, so this mechanism here is eventually going to, again, I believe that we're going to see this roll over. I believe we're going to see this kind of peak and then roll down, all right? The game remains what it is. Central banks cutting rates. The Federal Reserve, obviously a loss of purchasing power, a much lower standard of living. Not just here in the United States, but all over this freaking world as central banks fulfill their goal. That you may hear a lot of talk to the contrary. It's a deception. It's a lie. Just like last time. They got away with it last time. A lot of you bought it. You came away pretty disappointed. You're going to be even more disappointed this time. All right. The goal here of central banks is over a century in the making. Nothing can stop it. Nothing, no single person or even group of people can change the trajectory of where the world is going today. Now, going back to this is going to present us opportunity. Right now, the euphoria, and here's part of the euphoria here. Investors, a $20 billion inflow into U.S. equities, and that's not going to stop. Wait for a pullback here. For those of you who, again, wrote to me after yesterday's video, I said, a better opportunity is even coming for you. We need this market to fall. I don't know when it's going to do that. I'm going to tell you right now, we don't get drops. We don't get pullbacks anymore. This euphoria here is going to at one time turn into some profit taking. What happens is, again, up, record. Oh, let's take some profits here. Then you're going to get a new floor. As long as this plays, I think it's going to. I sincerely believe we're going to see this level off. Again, what's the Fed looking to do? Keep rates suppressed. What does Trump promise to do? Much lower rates, which means a much stronger Federal Reserve. Are you on the same page, or you still don't see it? You still don't get it yet. All right, maybe you need to read a few books. Maybe educate yourself a little bit if you don't understand this. But anyway, so what we're seeing here is record inflow of cash into the market and record outflow, unfortunately, with regard to gold. That would change. This would change if we had a real president, which we don't. Okay, we're not going to get one. We still don't have one. Who said, hey, everyone, you know what? We need to vastly expand our gold reserves, because right now, American people, the entire gold reserve value is about the size of Walmart. Does that even sound normal to you? It's true. You don't believe me? Look it up for yourself. Look up the value of the U.S. gold reserves and look up the market cap of Walmart. They're about equal. We live in Walmart. We live in Walmart. I want you to think about that. But people, instead of getting the deals that they're getting all this stuff from China and everywhere else, because we don't make anything anymore, we're being destroyed, people. And this mechanism, this tag team, is going to make sure whoever replaces this freak at one particular point, believe me, what did Trump tell you? What did he promise you? Lower rates? He's going to get a dove in here. Just like he said last time, calling them boneheads. The Fed is boneheads because they're not going to zero and negative rates. Yeah, sure, that would have worked out real well for you. Ask our European friends. My European friends, weigh in here. Didn't work out negative rates, did it? Of course not. Anyway, people, look. Regard to the market, wait. This is what we got. The most pro-stock market president in history. If you believe that he's going to allow this market to drop again, the economy is going to fall through the floor faster. That means the stock market's going higher. Not just here in the United States, but around the freaking world. Makes sense to you? With regard to cryptocurrency, people, you haven't seen anything yet. I realize that we're riding the Trump train. And the Trump train is going to push us further into a meltdown on a scale. This is where we're going. The trajectory is not going to change here. Trump has been put here for a reason, to help bring us to our knees, which is where they want us. You may think that's different. It ain't. It's never going to change. It's to a trajectory of where we are on worldwide. And I am sorry to bring in that little piece of bad news here. Lower rates is going to destroy us via currency devaluation. That's what the Fed wants. That's the Fed's plan. That's what you were being sold by both selectees. Now you got one, okay? The first guy to say, I am going to bring rates way lower. First of all, the president doesn't have that power. I think you already know that, right? But they can work with the central bank to make it happen. What have I been telling you? The Fed needs an ally and will get an ally to sit behind the resolute desk. Do you need any more proof of this, man? I don't know what to tell you. You guys and girls, I know most of you get it. Some of you have no idea. So look, what does this come down to? We realize where this is going. Gold is not, in fact, I would say the chances of gold, vast amounts of gold, or any gold for that matter, or silver being added to the U.S. strategic reserves is probably zero. Why? Because that would turn counter to the Federal Reserve's plan. Why do you think it's cryptocurrency that's being added to the strategic reserves instead of gold or silver? It's a bridge. It's a bridge, people, into the new system. You're being set up. You're being set up. You've been misled. You've been lied to. You've been propagandized since birth. So that's why it's kind of easy for you to accept. If we the people don't rise up, if we the people don't start to hold people to account and demand things, like for example, those of you that think Trump is the savior of the world, write to him. Hey, President Trump, Greg Mannarino said you need to start adding gold to the strategic reserves. Let's kind of, okay, let's add cryptocurrencies to the strategic reserves. Fine, beautiful and lovely. But what about adding gold? Because we haven't heard that one. Maybe it's time to open your mouths, people. Open your freaking mouths. You have an opportunity. Are you going to take it or are you going to sit back and do nothing? My bet, 9 out of 10 of you are going to sit back and do nothing, unfortunately, because that's what you've been told to do. Sit back and just take it straight deep in the heart of the gabagool, just like you've been doing since time immemorial. Think it's going to stop? Or is today the day, maybe, that you're going to start making a positive difference? It's up to you guys and girls, man. It's up to you. All right, look, I'm going to end this video. I hope you got something out of this. I really, really do. I want you to think about the fact that the United States gold reserves are the size of Walmart's market cap. That's pathetic. But let's make the United States the crypto capital of the world because it's a bridge. Wake up, man. I don't care what comes out of their mouths. It's actions. It's not words. Words, talk is cheap. Have you heard that before? Talk is cheap. It's actions. You want to see? We're going to get mostly a repeat performance of what we had last time. Look at it. Everything is the same. It's the same script as last time with regard to Trump. So look at what happened last time. You're going to see what's happening now. Except this time, it's going to be worse with regard to currency devaluation, artificially suppressed rates moving forward. The standard of living is going to fall to the floor. Fall to the floor. Not just in the beautiful United States, which has already lost its status as the economic engine of the world, but debts and deficits are going to balloon on the back of all this, man. More so and faster. How do you counter that? Add gold to the strategic reserves. Makes sense to you? All right, look, I'm out of here. I love all of you from the heart with all I got, and I mean that. Please share the video, get it out there, and chime in here. I read through the comments. Here. Write what you want. Good, bad, or indifferent. I want to hear from you. Plus, as you know, it helps the algorithms. Let's get this video out there. Those thumbs up help the algorithms. Get it out there, people. Let's do this. Let's freaking do it, all right? I'll see you later. 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern for the live stream. As usual, until we meet again, people, please take care of yourselves and each other, all right?